close attention in history class, you would have known about the article of pacification that took place with the Maroons and the British government at the time. And this had to come about because the Maroons, as you know, are a forceful set of people. They do not go out of their way to trouble anybody, but they're the next subgroup in Jamaica who I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt, based on what history has taught us, they're not afraid to stand up for themselves, and they're not afraid to defend their territory. Now, the Maroons, you know, the lands that they occupy, indeed, the Maroons are a sovereign state. I am just not so clear why Horace Chang, who is, I think it is the minister of, I don't even know what he's the minister of, but Horace Chang says that there is no such thing as Maroon lands, and I'm trying to figure out where it is that he got this information from. Could that be the honorable minister calling me? Couldn't be. But the point is, he says in an interview after that he doesn't know anything as Maroon lands, and I am actually flabbergasted by that, because, you know, as much as I know that there's something wrong with the curriculum that is offered in Jamaica, because much of what we learn and much of what is taught has nothing to do with Jamaican history, you know. I know that that is one such thing that people learn about, though. You learn about the Maroons, right? Not enough, but you learn about it. And so in the same article that was that was presented, which is the article of pacification, as I mentioned, it has about 15 clauses, and one of these clauses actually talks about the fact that these people shall enjoy and possess for themselves and posterity. Don't get that word twisted with prosperity, which is you know, the buzzword for everybody JLP. That's not what it says. Posterity, okay? Forever, all the lands that are there in these Maroon towns. We're talking about the cockpit country. We're talking about parts of St. James. We're talking about parts of Trelawney. We're talking about parts of St. Elizabeth. For the love of God, explain to me how anybody in a position of leadership in Jamaica don't know about this. So we saw this entire face-off between alleged members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and these Maroons, right? And we see where the people down there were about to just chant down Babylon, get them drunk. I see one man with him a bang. I see them with their weapons, which, by the way, their article of pacification also allows them to use whatever weapon or whatever force necessary to attack anybody who is coming for them. And I mean say it, it's in the treaty, and that them put on paper. That's what they sign. So when I see a lot of these people in Jamaica saying, oh, in that video, did I see the chief with a gun sling across him? I don't know it was a gun. I saw the top part of it. I didn't see the bottom. I cannot say that it was a gun. But let us say, for argument's sake, it was. It don't look like a very modern weapon either. And if we could go back even to the days when we were reading, and I think this is still on the curriculum, when we're reading V.S. Reid's The Young Warriors, we learned about the fact that in these same wars, what had happened when they camouflaged themselves and took those British soldiers in an ambush and kill out them nastiness long time down a Star Up Gully. And of course, if you follow where if you follow the layout that was given in the book, and you follow the information, it's easy to recognize that that may have been that big battle, you know, definitely took place in that area. Now, we also know that they took away their swivel guns. Now, I'm not trying to suggest that it's the same gun from them time they exist now, but who is to tell? Okay, Maroons were trained to make their own weapons. So them having that and making it from a piece of board with this or with that or whatever it is that they use to make these things, I don't know, because I don't make weapons. It's not impossible. Because I did see on social media where somebody was trying to suggest that, oh, maybe these Maroons are in the gun for drugs trade and all of that. No, I don't know. You know, I genuinely don't know. But what I can say is that it sounds a little bit far-fetched. I have never heard of Maroons interfering with people. I have never heard, notice I'm saying I have never heard of Maroons getting themselves involved in illegal activities. I have interacted with many Maroons. In fact, my grandfather himself is a little Maroon man, and I'm so sorry that I don't have a picture to just put up on the screen right here to show you. But he would have fit the perfect description of what persons would have heard about Maroons, the same set of people to be feared, right? So my grandfather was very dark, short, and fierce looking. And I'll be very honest with you, he was a no-nonsense man, working, his fields because he was a cane farmer working his fields, and him don't play. You violate, you're gonna get chopped down, honey. That's what time it is, right? So the reality is for the Chief Currie, to have come out, Richard Currie, to defend his people at the front of the battlefield. That's what real leaders do. So all of these people out here yapping and talking and doing the most, would you have done that for them? What's in their treaty? Now the Maroons are also known as a set of indigenous people, and if I am not mistaken, there might be documentation of this in a UN treaty, the same treaty that speaks about the Native Americans. Yes, same thing happened in America when they push off these people off of them land. It's the same thing that's happening in Jamaica here. So what is happening to Jamaica is not unique. It's happening in other places in the world. But the question is, who is prepared to stand up for that? Now, if Chief Currie as a leader said, look, I'm there so to defend my people, I don't care for those people who are of the opinion that, oh, he seemed to have been, one of my subscribers said to me that he believes that he was so sensitive, he should have just answered the question. And I am saying, hey, when you are faced with somebody trampling on what you know to be rightfully yours, I mean, if you're going to get sensitive, you're going to get sensitive, and you're going to get defensive, and you're going to get loud, and you're going to get rowdy, and you're going to get in a one zone and say, I'm reading of business, come there, say anything or anything, death before dishonor. That's really what it is. But my question is to the Jamaican government, why are you going up there to go trouble the people? Why you want to authorize persons to go in there and go mine? Do we even understand the value of the cockpit country to the rest of this island? What we are going to do? We are running on this thing called money. They say it's the love of money that is the root of all evil, you know, and we see that playing out right here in Jamaica, you know. It's money and power, two dangerous things, on the name of money. So we want them to go in there and mine and trouble the people, displace the people. Where we are displaced the people them for? They were living there all along. They were living there comfortably. They were living there generations upon generations upon generations. Leave the people alone. You already plundered off what is rightfully yours, the mainland, right? You have all of these people coming from wherever they're building these highways, etc. We get it. We want to, you know, cause people like me who travel all over Jamaica for pay you a lot of money in a toll. By the way, the north-south toll is just too high. But I'm saying you're getting the money from there. You're getting money from me from every tax that I'm paying. And the truth is, I cannot see where I, as an individual, is truly benefiting from all the money that I constantly give the government. I mean, how much of what you collect is really being redistributed to the people that are here in Jamaica? But to not make the money. So what's the real reason? What is behind troubling these Maroons? Leave the people alone. Let the people live in peace. Their forefathers, which is also our forefathers, the true Jamaicans, as I'm going to call it, they are the true Jamaicans. Not everybody else who come from wherever, and because you come from India, you come from China, and you come from everywhere else, and you come here, and you have children here who by birth are Jamaicans. Do you believe that you are the true Jamaicans? The true Jamaicans were the ones that liar, thieving Christopher Columbus came here and saw. And them people that are the Maroons, you know. I feel them brother and sister them you see over there so living in these areas. I just want you to be mindful of that. So why are you going to trouble our indigenous people? What is it about this government though? What is it about this government? Why do you want to kick the people out of what is rightfully theirs? Right? So, you know, once again, it's just the rights of the people. The people have their own constitution down there. The other day, the people have come up with their own currency down there, their own system of everything. And these are not things that are new. But once again, the fear by Bakramasa is that these people might be too powerful. And anything that is going to threaten your reign, anything that is going to threaten your power is going to become a problem for you. Where's the lie? Tell me where in the world you don't see anything that is different from this. And this everybody are fight for. And this everybody are fight for. But why can't we get to a place though where we just understand, say, look here man, a full time we just make some people be. Leave the people alone. And we need to protect our watershed that is to be found right there in the cockpit country, you know, because I'm telling you this, I'm saying this unapologetically. I keep on seeing it plain and straight as day. Jamaica, as far as I'm concerned right now, is on a path of destruction. It's not healthy. It's like self-destruction. It's like we are commit suicide. And we don't know what the Bible says about people who commit suicide. They're not asking God face. So why the hell? Literally, why the hell do these people want to further push us closer to hell? Now what the maroon them? Many other things are going on down here on the plane. Many other things are going on down here that we need to fix. Allow out the people them. Leave the people them alone. Now that I've said this as it relates to Nzinga and as it relates to the Maroons, I think apart from shedding my own light on the matter, a more serious issue is when precedents become set. It's like being in a relationship, ladies, or even gentlemen, because it happens for the men too. And your partner abuses you once, and you allow your partner to do it twice, maybe 3 times. A precedent is set. Your partner say, yeah man, I beat and stick this and beat it up every single day, thump it up. Precedent has already been set. So we have to be careful about this precedent setting behavior that I see happening in Jamaica. Jamaica that is slowly resembling an autocratic state. Like this is a communist country, you know. That's not what exists now. We say we're a democracy. Why can't we act and look and feel like a democracy? I've said a mouthful. But all I can say to everybody is that, look, it's not a politician going to help you. It's not the leader of the country that's going to help you. You have to help yourselves. And at the end of the day, if you sit down and take on a whole passive attitude to what is going on around you and not speak up and speak out and perhaps even show up, remember what I say today when you watch this video. Next person could be you. Could be on your doorstep. How you gonna feel? What you gonna do about it? Join the fight. And I'm not saying that in joining the fight, we need to burn down the place and what. It doesn't really need to be that. Much of this, you know, it's easy. It's really conversation. It's about wanting to communicate, but most importantly, it is about wanting to comprehend, which is where I think a lot of the problems have really crept in. Comprehension, because many people hear you, but they're not listening. There's a difference. So these bigger heads need to listen and listen to the grassroots people who make them know what time it is. Because remember though, where the problem comes in is when somebody's cup becomes full. And even though we think that, and by the way, I hope you don't know, so the Jamaica Constabulary Force was actually created to control the people. It wasn't really initially about serving and protecting and all of them nice things that we are here as a part of the motto, never that make it farm. Let us not forget that. So do we see a cyclical movement happening now, a turn coming back to the reason it was formed in the first place, which was to aid in the beating down of people like me and you, the ordinary folks, because the ordinary folks with their little, you know, background in slavery and taking too much and the warrior vibes was a war the government in them times. Let us not forget that. So my question is, are we seeing the cyclical pattern coming back? What happens when the people's cup become full? Is it gonna be a war, or is it gonna be a war? We're gonna make it get to that. All it takes really and truly is conversation and accountability. So the bigger it's them, only need to get it right. The people are definitely rebelling. The people are sending a message. Make it not get to the state where we as a country are going to end up like our sister, our brother them over Haiti I did right now. Let it not be that. Let it not be that we come to a place of feeling so disenfranchised that we don't trust nothing that's a Babylon. Because easily that's what's happening here in Jamaica. So, you know, a lot has been said here, you know, some food for thought, think about it. And as I said, I'm not advocating for us to burn down the place or anything like that, but I think more persons need to use their platforms to speak up and speak out on what is going on. And more persons, especially if you tell me say you're young and you're bright, come on, man. You need to be holding our leaders accountable. So that's my 2 cents, you know. And I thank you for watching it. It definitely is long because, of course, this is Monday's music and there's a whole heap of things where they write us. So, you know, yeah, people. So that's pretty much my 2 cents on the matter, yeah. But blessings to everybody. All right, see you in the next video.
All aboard, cause the road I go start crash. Strap me in safely, the engine start up. Good food, me a break, can't get enough. It's vibing with Via. So grab your phone, grab your tablet. I this you can't miss. It's vibing with Via. And once you start this, you can't quit. You are gonna love this. It's vibing with Via, vibing with Via. Yeah, we vibing with, yeah, we vibing with Via. Oh.